Hello everyone, welcome to this special episode of L Forum. I started L Forum 2 years back on this very special day. And today is very special for me for personal reasons. And it gives me immense honor and pleasure to invite my chair, my guru, Dr. Dan van Knippenberg on our second anniversary. Welcome to the show, Dan, and welcome to L Forum.
Thank you so much, Ringo. It's awesome to be here, especially after watching all this series of podcasts. It's a special honor to be here today.
Absolutely. I thought this should be reserved for you for helping me embark on this journey.
I'm a professor of organizational behavior, which means that I study individuals, teams, networks of teams, and organizations to understand from a behavioral perspective what makes them tick, what makes people function well or not function well, individually and as collectives. And for me, the most fundamental insight from that research is that whatever is good for people, in the sense that it makes their work more enjoyable, more inspiring, more meaningful, is good for organizations. So whatever an organization can do to create that sense of excitement and meaning and inspiration pays off on both ends of the equation, for the organization as a whole, in the performance of people, and in the experience of work for people. And this is also what really got me interested first and foremost in leadership. The most fundamental role of leadership in organizations is to guide and lead people, the collective of people in the organization, towards realizing the organization's purpose. And it is leadership that is to blame for really bad experiences at work. Leadership can also be a really positive influence, a great source of inspiration, of motivation, and of excitement at work that makes people perform better. First, from a leadership perspective, I would say encouraging and coaching people to be self-leading, to be self-directed. So it can be team empowerment or individual empowerment. So empowerment is being in a state where you, a mindset where you feel willing and able to be self-directed at work. You don't want to be told what to do. You want to be able to follow your own judgment calls and figuring out what is the best thing to do right now, and how is the best way to do it. People are underperforming because I'm forcing them to outsource their thinking to me. But as long as you can deal with this yourself, everybody's better off if you deal with it yourself. It's more motivating for you. You are learning more. You are more agile. You're a better problem solver. You're more creative and innovative. It makes your work more pleasurable for you, and it makes you perform better, which makes the boss and the organization happy. The biggest benefit at a high level of abstraction is the more you're able to empower people, the better you make use of their potential, because it also creates a certain mindset. And I like the terms proactive and reactive here. If you always give orders, always tell people what to do, their mindset becomes reactive. They don't think for themselves, but they wait for you to tell them what to do, because they know if they try to be proactive and take personal initiative, you are going to overrule them anyway. And what that means is you're underusing their potential. And that's where you lose out. People that are proactive, that take personal initiative, run into things. It creates a mindset that also makes people more focused on learning. People actually are attracted to jobs and stay in jobs because they are empowered and develop themselves. Because they see that it's enjoyable and they get this feeling of achievement and satisfaction out of their work. One big misunderstanding about empowerment is that it's delegation. You are encouraging people to be self-leading, to be self-directed, but you're also coaching them. You're also helping them figure stuff out. You make yourself available. Part of coaching is non-directive. I'm just asking questions. Have you considered this? How about this? What are the options you have considered? If you need my feedback, if you need my input, come to me and we'll talk about it. It's engaged, it's active, look externally. Focus on new business opportunities, etc. You are not going to compete with bigger businesses on salary or other fringe benefit. You can compete with bigger, more rigid companies based on the excitement of working for you and the learning opportunities. Empowerment can really be a competitive advantage, not just because it makes people more creative and innovative and agile, etc., but also because that is something you can compete on the job market. So I think the one biggest thing that I would say, the risk is if you empower people, but foolishly didn't invest in creating a clear shared vision, you create the proverbial situation of herding cats. The question always is, so if you're empowered, what are you empowered to? And if people are not clear on what we're trying to do together, they will form their own judgment and they will do what they think is best. So empowerment to be effective requires that there is a clear shared vision, that we're clear on what we're trying to do together. The other thing is, which I wouldn't call a downside of empowerment, a challenge of empowerment, but you can also empower people too much or maybe too fast. Whenever people get into new roles, meet new challenges, unless they are seasoned veterans of your company, they will need time to grow into it. And it's your job as a leader to help to coach them and to help them grow into that role of self-leadership. Try to avoid telling people what to do, but ask questions and listen. Turn it into a conversation. Try not to talk too much. Try to listen a lot, because when people realize that you're actually serious about listening to what they have to say, they grow into that role and they open up. And they will also be more open to you disagreeing with them.
Thank you so much for your time, Dan. And as you know, you inspired me to start this leadership forum, and you've been a advisor and guide to me. I'd love to see you participate more in the future. So thank you for your time, and looking forward to doing much more research work with you now.
Awesome. It was my pleasure, Ringo. Thank you so much.
Like, share, and subscribe to the E11 Forum channel. Click the link below to enjoy the full video.